For the past 11 years, the St. James Volleyball Slam has served up some of the best volleyball action in Kansas City. St. James has played in 13 straight state championship matches, a two-time national champion. But Spring Hill is an up-and-coming volleyball power, coming off their first state appearance since 1985. They square off next in the St. James Volleyball Slam. Welcome to St. James Academy as we get ready for our second match as the host Thunder take on the Spring Hill Broncos. Hello, welcome to Lenexa alongside my volleyball partner Jill Dorsey Hall. I'm Lee Fleisig. Well, it's great to see you. Even though we're socially distanced with plexiglass, it'll be disappointing not to have somebody hit me during a good play, but it's good to see you again and good to see volleyball action again.
Volleyball is back. I'm so excited. I have a smile ear to ear, and we're seeing some of the best volleyball, not only in the state of Kansas, but in the country with high caliber play.
4 teams here, all 4 ranked nationally in the top 25. Spring Hill, boy, they've come on the scene and just burst into the volleyball picture, haven't they?
They won the Frontier last year. High hopes this season. They think they can get back to state, even win a state title. So many returners this year, veteran leaders. They only lost 1 senior and their libero, so they're coming out with a ton of firepower. All
right, the St. James Thunder will have to replace a lot of talent, but nobody is crying for Nancy Dorsey in the Thunder.
And good reason. I mean, 13 straight title games, won 9 of them, a couple of national titles in there, ranked in the top 25 in the country almost every single year. So nobody feels sorry, but a perennial powerhouse here at St. James. But they lost 6 players who played a lot for them. So they're going to be a young team, but they have a middle right there in Bickelmeyer and also a very strong outside hitter in Olivia Lovett. And they rely on their ball control, first contact with their service, and then really gritty defense. 2 of the best teams in the state, 2 of the best teams in the country. St. James ranked number 20 nationally. The Spring Hill Broncos number 17 in the latest poll. Ought to be some great action from the St. James Volleyball Slam coming up next here on Spectrum Sports. We are just about set for action here at St. James Academy, the St. James Volleyball Slam. Lee Fleisig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you as we get set for what should be a very entertaining match. 2 very powerful squads in terms of the national rankings, in terms of the state rankings, and some very talented players on both sides. Yeah, where you're going to have Spring Hill loaded with more veteran players. St. James a little bit more youthful, but they do have a few pens, and one of their pens, Olivia Lovett, who's a senior that they look to rely on. But good matchup. These 2 teams, it was quite a battle last season. And one of the 4 losses that Spring Hill had to endure was to St. James. I think maybe a glimpse into what we could see down the road at the state tournament.
The Spring Hill Broncos are led by their head coach Erica Book, now in her 10th year as head coach. 38-4 a year ago, as you mentioned. Their first time making a state appearance since 1985. Their 3rd year in 5A, and what a noise they've made bursting onto the scene in 5A.
A great player in her own right, a player that played at Washburn, down the road in Topeka. Really excited about this season. Won the Frontier League a year ago, and they feel like they come back a little stronger and a bit more experience than they had. And they've been preparing all year to get back to the state tournament and make some noise.
And, of course, the head coach at St. James, Nancy Dorsey, coach here since 2005, 13 straight state title games. She's won 9 championships, 2 national titles. And as you mentioned, a bit of a more youthful look on the starting lineup.
Yeah, but keep an eye on Olivia Lovett. Twins, actually, her twin sister Ashlyn is the libero. Rely on her for ball control. But Maya Bolton, the setter, they're going to run a different type of system as St. James. She's 5'1", and she just kind of got pushed into that setter position a few weeks ago. Have a lot of youth on the back row, but something they've always prided themselves on is their first contact, ball control, and defense.
I saw one of those 2 national championship banners that hang here in the gym at St. James Academy. Great volleyball tradition by the Thunder.
Start on the sideline, please.
And they're facing off against the new kids on the block in Spring Hill.
Our first match of the day, St. Thomas Aquinas beating Washburn Rural in 3. A very, very good match. And we expect the same here.
Ranked 2 in 5A is Spring Hill, and right behind them is St. James, ranked 3rd currently in 5A. So you see 2 and 3 in the 5A rankings. Spring Hill without a blemish on their record so far. St. James had to endure a loss already to St. Thomas Aquinas, who's currently number 8 in the country, ranked number 1 in 5A.
So you notice that normally this gym would be packed with students and parents and volleyball fans. It's just a limited number of fans, 2 or 4 parents, siblings allowed per player, and all the players are wearing masks. But the action should be good. Spring Hill on the right-hand side of your screen in the gray, trimmed in yellow. St. James Academy will be the white, trimmed in blue and red. And St. James scoring first, and we're underway.
A first kill from one of the freshmen, actually, Ava Spacek. It was a smart heads-up play from the freshman. She's going to check out as yet another freshman comes into play, back row.
Off the hands from Katie Frakes.
Katie Frakes, the second-team All-League selection. A returner in the middle. It was a solid service reception that led up, and both teams are going to try to establish their middles. Something Coach Brooke talked to me about is the importance of setting up their middles. They're just going to free up some opportunities for the outside for the pin hitters.
Good serve there from Pankey. Stevenson was there with a block. Nice dig there from Lovett. Nice pickup from, like Hess. Lovett. Dug by Gardner. Big swing from Olivia Lovett.
Well, the defense, what a long rally, just 3 points into this match. Both teams working extremely hard in transition, and that was just a firepower. One of the strongest arms you will see in Olivia Lovett. I mean, a powerful, strong arm swing coming from the pin.
Lovett tries to handle that one. Great pickup from Devers to keep that ball alive. Was there a touch? No.
Tremendous pursuit of the ball, though, from St. James to extend that rally, but Spring Hill staying calm, utilizing that free ball.
Lauren Brown checks into the lineup. She'll serve.
Along with Lauren Wheeler. And so St. James runs a modified 6-2, if you will. So Lauren Wheeler, the setter, checks in, plays front row, but sets while she's on the front row in these 3 rotations.
Off the hands and out of play. Point to Spring Hill.
And some versatility in the offense, going opposite side there for the first kill on that right side we've seen.
Riley Serpan. Off the tape, an ace. (4-3) Spring Hill. We were asking Nancy about, she thought that in the old days, of course, that was a missed serve. And she said, even when she started playing, you could block a serve.
You could, yes. I remember those days. I wasn't playing during those days, but there were some practice opportunities. It was so fun. That would absolutely change the way that volleyball was played, and the tactic of, playing there, especially in service reception. But that let serve has also changed the game of volleyball.
So the teams trade service errors. And Spring Hill on top 5-4. Jalen Stevenson. All-State last year. She's played varsity since a freshman season.
At both teams right now, probably both head coaches a little frustrated. Just plan A, serve aggressive, but also serve in, and a few missed serves on both sides, but both trying to be aggressive. They know that the importance of trying to get the opposite team, just your opponent out of system if you can with a tough serve.
They're there by Cool. Put away by Spacek.
And Spacek back into the floor. We saw her start off this match with a kill. They're shading it more towards line, so great vision from the freshman. Has so much potential, of a really good athlete.
The Thunder serve up an ace. And now St. James off to a 7-5 lead. Lizzie Cool. Big power from Allie Frank.
Allie Frank, one of those first-team All-League selections, led them in blocks the last 3 seasons. There you're going to see some of her offensive firepower. Just a smart shot there to go inside that double block that was set up.
Off the hand, scored for Juice Bickelmeyer.
So pound for pound there, middle blocker to middle blocker, experienced players on both sides. In that loss against St. Thomas Aquinas, I think Juice was one of the best player for St. James, which was so steady. The player's going to play at the next level next year at Central Missouri State.
The left-handed tap is short. Point goes to St. James.
Spacek, though, discipline in her blocking. It didn't get off the net there, went up with one hand and was patient on that block.
Point's going to go to Spring Hill. Double contact call.
Double out of here from Bolton, trying to run the middle in transition.
That ball moved quickly, and it's Bickelmeyer. Puts it away for St. James.
A good pass, good pass in a sense. You got to let Maya Bolton, have some room to work. It's almost better than a tight pass, especially because she's on the back row right now in that setter position. But give credit there to Juice, too, to get up and available.
Left-handed swing there from Serpan. Right through the block.
And it's a strong rotation right now for St. James Academy when you have Juice playing so well in the middle, and then that opens and just captures the block and holds them long enough for Lovett to go to work.
Olivia Lovett scores it, and it's 11-7. St. James. Timeout called by Spring Hill. We'll be back after this at the St. James Volleyball Slam here on Spectrum Sports. Back at St. James Academy as the host Thunder lead Spring Hill 11-7. The Thunder serving it up. Lovett with a nice dig and swings away. Point goes to St. James as Spring Hill was in the net. Thunder off to a 12-7 lead now. Heidi Devers, 3-sport athlete, serves it up. That's another good serve, an ace.
A few miscues early on, but since then, St. James's have been good and strong from the service line. The freshman there putting on a very solid jump float serve that was flat to the net. Now
another good serve. Score another ace. Heidi Devers.
More about placement here as that spins away in the deep corner. That's a tough ball to read.
That one just wide from Frakes. St. James up 15-7. Devers finally misses one, but a nice serving run for her, giving her team a 7-point edge.
And for Spring Hill, looking to these 3 rotations as one of their stars, Jalen Stevenson's going to rotate to the front row. A bit quiet so far, but just because of limited opportunities on the front row. She's a senior outside hitter for Spring Hill, a player that led them in kills. So they're going to try to see if they can get her going.
Mickelmeyer goes cross court.
And just a strong approach here from Bickelmeyer on a slide attempt, cutting it back sharp. That's just really good from the senior.
This is Ashlyn Levitt to serve. Nice pickup from Pankey there. Olivia Levitt.
A solid pickup. A few Levitts back there. The first contact from her sister Ashlyn, and then the kill from Olivia.
Spring Hill wants a timeout. We'll take it with them as the Thunder lead here 17-8 in the opening set at the St. James Volleyball Slam on Spectrum Sports. Back at St. James, where the host Thunder leads 17-8. St. James in the white and blue. Spring Hill in the gray and black. Ashlyn Levitt serves. Just long. So a good timeout from Erica Book.
If you're Spring Hill, just incrementally, little by little improve and try to grab a few points back and maybe sure up some of the little things. Maybe too many few missed serves, a couple missed serves, and then first ball contact to get back in this one.
That'll work from Bruggeman. Having sat next to Nancy for the first match, I don't care how hard it goes. I don't care where it goes. It's down. It's a point. We'll take it.
So much to be said for volleyball IQ and being smart and placement and bettering the ball. As my head coach, Coach B at KU, used to tell me, just better the ball.
Tough ball for Lauren Wheeler to get to. Point to Spring Hill. Broncos trying to work their way back into this opening set. Kate Milroy will serve. Dug out by Hess. There we see Jalen Stevenson.
A deep third cross court, that's too good. But though it started that off, was a great dig by Hess, the libero in the back row. So it was a fantastic dig that led to a scoring opportunity. And Spring Hill wanting to see more of that as they're going to try to climb their way back into this first set. That'll
Off the tape. Wheeler was able to save it. Levitt swings. Nice dig from Milroy.
Fantastic dig, though, on the back row for Milroy. Opportunity just about 12 feet off the net, though.
Olivia Levitt serves. And it's an effective one. St. James now to 20. Spring Hill in system and pretty impressive.
And that's Stevenson now from the right side. But look at this pretty backswing, extremely athletic. And Coach Heron, her future college coach, is in the stands to watch. He'll be happy. She's going to bring her talents to Washburn.
Wheeler was there to block. Looks like someone was in the net. The point's going to go to St. James.
A high contact using the hands and once again a spot check. The freshman coming up with a smart shot.
Those are cool serves. It's a good one. Lauren Brown with a nice pickup. That one in front of Brown, though, from Maddie Hedrick.
And a lefty on the outside. Tough to reach. Have to make that adjustment, too, with that block. You just got to come out that much further. Almost a difficult ball to read on the left side on the outside pin.
Dumped over, but Stevenson was there.
And a better,
sent back, Lauren Wheeler.
And a better adjustment from the block. Got her the first time, but not the second time. Big block from Lauren Wheeler, physical player. She's going to check out, but solid front 3 rows for her in that setter position. Something that she brings to the team, definitely that physicality.
Nice pickup from Lovett. Hess was there for Spring Hill. Stevenson there to cover. St. James now 2 points away from the opening set.
Some veteran play from Ashlyn Lovett, the senior libero for St. James, stepping in, doing a lot of the little things correct. Stepping over to take a free ball where she needed to be, taking that second contact, a secondary set.
Points going to go to Spring Hill as
in the
looked
net,
like Bruggeman might have been in the net. So the Broncos trying to battle back now. Long road ahead here in this opening set. Down 23-14. Love it there to cover. Set points for the Thunder.
I've been impressed with just the kicks, the elbows, just the minor adjustments that these players have made. I mean, we want to play volleyball. They're masked up. Give the coaches a lot of credit. I know they're working with their team, making rapid adjustments, but it's good to see them on the floor and also making adjustments to keep everybody safe.
That's going to be point St. James, an opening set to the Thunder, 25-14. An impressive start for St. James. We'll head to the second set against Spring Hill when we come back here at the St. James Volleyball Slam on Spectrum Sports. Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. Here at the St. James Volleyball Slam at St. James Academy, and the host Thunder with an impressive start, 24-14 over Spring Hill in the first set. And as we were talking during the break, it's nothing complicated for St. James. It's just kind of the basics.
Serve and pass. It really came down to that, I believe, in the first set. Some miscues on Spring Hill's side of just maybe too many missed serves, and then St. James coming on stronger as that set went on. It was tight in the beginning of that first set, but they definitely pulled away because they shored up that first contact, served aggressive, and their very aggressive serve led to some scoring opportunities. And then Bickelmeyer right there, you can see Juice, as they call her, was very good and she got going and they started to pull away along. Very impressed with Ava Spacek, the freshman. So many freshmen for St. James. They're a youthful team. Maya Bolton, one of those freshmen. Sister, remember her?
Oh, yeah.
Ellie Bolton now
Absolutely.
taking libero at Creighton now, but one of the best in the country last year in that libero spot.
So under these conditions, the teams do not change sides. They will remain on the same side. St. James will be on your left in the white trimmed in blue, Spring Hill in the gray and black. And the Thunder score first. This is Maya Bolton, who's been a setter for all of 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive. A player that starts with ball control. I mean, she plays spectacular defense on the back row, but doing what her coach needs her to do, stepping into that split setter duty role. See, they're just trying to play the ball off.
Pretty good body control there from Kate Frakes to able to adjust that ball.
We're okay?
And get it down. And just a little water spill here on the St. James side. Double contact called on the Thunder. That serve just wide from Lindsay Hoffman. There with the block. Love it. S with a nice pickup. Stevenson there to save it. Too powerful from Olivia Lovett.
I traditionally see Olivia Lovett in the outside, but you see a tandem play there. And switching up the zone of which she was attacking from, coming in that middle there, splits the defenders. Solid attack.
Lovett fires away. Point St. James.
Once again, just a strong arm swing here. Good gather, seeing the floor. Player that's going to take her talents on to the Division I level next year, or she's going to go. She's committed to play at Loyola Chicago.
The tape. Sapan has it blocked. That may have hit the net. Bickelmeyer, Bruggeman were there.
Tough serve.
Tough surfer has to handle. Frakes was there for the block. Stevenson from the back row.
Trying to get Stevenson involved any way that they can. And she's going to rotate to the front row, but you can see how she can be a weapon from the back row, getting the hand of Bickelmeyer off the block. Tri-County Player of the Year last season. One of the best things, though, Coach Brooks says, is she works so hard. She comes every day. It's always nice when your best players also work so hard, too.
Stevenson fires to the back corner. And here come the Broncos.
And once again, it's Stevenson. Look at this backing a high contact point, but even more so deep into the floor. It's such a smart shot. The defense and the way they're set up, if you go opposite deep corner, deep third, oftentimes you're going to have a point scoring opportunity there for a kill.
Tight to the net. Scored for St. James. Lizzie Poole checks in for the Thunder. Ashlyn Lovett to serve. Ball for Stevenson to handle, point to St. James. Lovett with a nice dig. Tough play for Olivia Lovett. Went to Spring Hill. Frank checks in for the Broncos. Mickelmeyer tries to push it across. Stevenson is there. Along with Allie Frank.
Yeah, Allie Frank got a lot of that ball.
Yeah, move Frank. Stevenson and Frank close the window.
And it's tough serving, though, leading to opportunities, too, for their block and defense to get involved once again. But that is a strong left hand there from Stevenson. And give both of them credit. You can tell they're very comfortable playing it together up there on the front row. Back-to-back points now, not at even.
Love it. Goes cross-court, it's wide, and Spring Hill has the lead.
And give credit to the senior libero, Mariah Hess, back there, serving aggressive, serving tough. Now pulling ahead. And going back to that serve and pass aspect. We talk about it all the time, but
Olivia Lovett ends the run.
and Olivia Lovett is going to have to be that player for St. James when they need to get out of a bind. She's going to get them out of it with her play on the opposite side, on the outside pin.
By Devers. Poole tries to go to the back corner, but it's long.
A back and forth action. I think more of what we had forecasted for this match.
Kate Milroy will serve for Spring Hill. Sends it deep. Dumped over. That's Lauren Wheeler.
As something in the front row that she can definitely provide, that offensive firepower in that center position. Very deceptive, good left hand with some pace into the opening.
Olivia Lovett serves. It looked like Poole was there.
Poole going up with the big hands, which Nancy Dorsey was hopeful as she closes well, thinking that she could help him in that blocking category quite a bit. She's long, she's athletic.
One goes to St. James as Spring Hill was in the net.
It might have been Gardner in the net.
Long from Lovett and Spring Hill back within one. Here comes Jalen Stevenson. Good pickup from Hess. Hess is there again. Gardner tried to dump it over, but it was short. Point to St. James. Here's Lizzie Poole. finds the seam. And now Spring Hill wants a timeout. The Broncos will talk it over, and we'll take a break as well. St. James with the ace right down the seam. The Thunder lead here in the second set at the St. James Volleyball Slam. St. James serving up 13-10 here in this second set. The Thunder rolled in the first set, 25-14. Lee Fleisig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you from St. James Academy. Lizzie Cool, ball in hand.
A well-executed play from the first contact right out of that timeout. Exactly what Spring Hill wanted to draw up. Perfect in-system pass and a slide attack deep into the floor for a kill.
Broncos back within one. Julia Hess serves it up. It's a good one. Hess there was a dig. Lovett digs it out. Spring Hill now within one.
Yeah, good defense within that rally. The Hess sisters, part of the triplets, actually. What a fun combination there. We have twins of the Lovett sisters for St. James, and then triplets on the Spring Hill side, two of them on the floor.
Spot check with the nifty move. Good effort there from Addie Hedrick. St. James on top by 2. Maya Bolton will serve. Hedrick right through the block.
And once again, just a solid contact off first and service reception. That was off a difficult serve, but it allows for some variation in the offense. That time opposite on that right side that led to a kill, hitting right into that through that seam. Both teams right now, first contact looks good. Both teams hitting well and getting with high percentage on side out.
Bickelmeyer, the recipient that time.
That was quite an adjustment from Bickelmeyer on that set to be with a smart shot. She just doesn't, really low error type of player.
Ellie Serpan.
Serpan, an honorable mention all-league selection. Again, coming out with that lefty in that rotation. She primarily plays on that right side, but a go-to hitter. She's so difficult to read, and that was just composure. She was very patient on that attack.
Yankee serves it up. Lovett swings. Too strong for Hess.
And cleaner volleyball, I keep saying it, but it's just a back and forth action right now. Good first contacts and even better swings from these hitters right now that we're seeing. It's almost like both of these teams are starting to settle in a little bit more the longer and longer. And keep in mind, these teams, Spring Hill has 2 matches under their belt. St. James just with 2 as well because they played 2 teams the other night. But not a lot of volleyball because just the unknown time, too, if we're going to have practice, if we're going to have volleyball. Tough call there on first contact. She's able to actually contact the ball that way on that first contact. Called a lift, though, I believe.
I didn't call that. My opinion was that she stopped the ball's direction and changed it and brought it back, so I had prolonged.
Okay, it's a good clarification from the up official there. Is her opinion, she took the ball and then redirected, so that's why that lift was called.
Good pickup from Ashlyn Lovett and put away.
A player that's new to varsity this year, Brueggemann, but look at this backswing firepower, and that's just strength. Coach Nancy Dorsey says she's probably one of the strongest high school females she's ever seen.
Working out the substitutions here. Good deep serve. That's little Lauren Brown, the sophomore, who puts the Thunder up 19-15 now in the second set. Timeout Spring Hill. As the Thunder lead here in the second set after taking the first at the St. James Volleyball Slam. Here at the St. James Volleyball Slam, they've done a great job of making sure everyone is safe. Limited crowd, players are maxed up, sanitizer, and ready use. Stevenson with a big swing. Lovett was there, off the ceiling, but still in play. Now a chance for St. James. Lovett swings.
An opportunity. It's not as strong of a connection I think they were hoping for on that play off that free ball. And Stevenson within that rally had an amazing swing, but somehow St. James was able to play it over off the ceiling.
Stevenson, Lovett is there. Somebody's in the net. Point to Spring Hill.
That's a strong rotation here for Spring Hill as they have Stevenson up offensively. You can see how right through the pair of blockers in the seam, and there was a net violation though called on St. James.
Stevenson there to cover. Nice diving pickup. That was Pankey. Wheeler there for St. James, but unable to keep it in play. And Spring Hill now a point away from tying up this second set. Now Nancy Dorsey wants a timeout.
Strong play right now from the Broncos as they're stringing few points back to back to back. Just a smart shot from Stevenson to go deep into the floor, shading it more towards the line. And they're taking advantage of her on the front row as St. James had 19-15 actually. So 3 straight points for Spring Hill as they're clawing their way back in this second set, trying to extend it to a third.
Good one for you next Friday night as Lee's Summit West takes on Lee's Summit. 7 o'clock kickoff on Friday night, our Hy-Vee game of the week. What an impressive performance last night by Mill Valley over Derby. Wow.
They broke a streak, didn't they?
Yeah. 26 straight perhaps for Derby. Lovett swings and ends the Spring Hill rally. Congratulations to Mill Valley. Nice run of their own.
That's quite a way for Derby to travel.
3 hours plus. I believe they brought 4 buses up to keep the players distanced. Good serve by Lovett. Takes St. James to 21.
Well, who do you rely on? Your senior coming through. She got them out with the side-out swing for a kill, and then she backs it up with an ace, and that was one of the best serves I've seen today, that line to line.
No point, St. James. Lizzie Cool finds the line.
And it's something that Nancy Dorsey's teams have always done well, is really pushing the middle in transition. She works extremely hard on that, I know, in practice, getting that connection. It's easier as a defense to read an outside, a pin attack, but when you're really trying to push in transition, the middle or that right side attack.
Ashlyn Lovett with a good effort, and then Lauren Wheeler dives to the floor. Point to Spring Hill. There's Jalen Stevenson to serve.
And she can get some things going. She also has an impressive serve.
See what the All-State performer can do. Sends it deep. That ball is down. No. Yeah, I thought that was called good.
Well, Stevenson sold it really well.
Yes,
I was
did.
looking at her, and she was excited.
She fooled me.
And maybe it was off of a touch. I'm not sure. But I thought they actually called it hitting the end line.
It's point St. James. So here's Lizzie Cool. Good deep serve. Chance for St. James. That one finds the floor from Spacek. And now it's match points for the Thunder.
Well, the freshman just coming through once again. I mean, kind of a broken play. Kind of changes where she's attacking, though. Hits the hands, uses it to her advantage. Tools the block. Really impressive performance, though, from the freshman on the outside.
Spring Hill saves one match point. Julia Hess. Now in to serve it up. Mickelmeyer, long. 2 match points saved. That one's wide. 3 match points saved. Now the Thunder want a timeout. 24-22. St. James still leads, but Spring Hill is battling here.
Serving aggressive and 2 hitting errors actually on the side of St. James, but a good setup defense ready to play the ball. And again, once again, Spring Hill trying to claw their way back in this one.
St. James Volleyball Slam brought to you by Hy-Vee. Proud to sponsor Greater Kansas City High School Athletics. Our thanks to St. James as well. Our hosts, Nancy and Brian Dorsey, who said it's really, as of a couple of days ago, nobody knew if we were going to play volleyball or not. But all the schools involved have done a great job. You know, players wearing masks. They've limited the crowd, which, you know, normally this place would be rocking for a St. James.
The drum line.
Yeah,
I missed
absolutely.
the drum line.
And, we'll see it again.
We will, indeed.
All right, Spring Hill. 3 match points behind them. St. James trying to close it out. Mickelmeyer. Milroy was there. Blocked. Lauren Wheeler sends it back. And the second match goes to St. James, 25-22.
Well, it wasn't without a fight. That was an incredible dig from Spring Hill to prolong that, but then a big block. Look at those hands, all 4 up, pressing over. Lauren Wheeler getting that along with Juice Mickelmeyer to seal the deal.
St. James wins it in 2. We'll be back to wrap things up from the St. James Volleyball Slam here on Spectrum Sports. St. James wins the battle of the nationally ranked programs 2-0 over Spring Hill. Lee Fleisick, Jill Dorsey Hall with you. JDH, your thoughts? What's your takeaway from this early season action?
Well, I thought St. James established themselves early on in that first set with just solid ball control defense. I thought Ashlyn Lovett was great all evening long. A lot of the freshmen, but Ashlyn Lovett, their libero, along with Olivia Lovett, the twins there, and then Bickelmeyer was outstanding in that first set. Give credit, though, to Spring Hill. I thought Jalen Stevenson got herself established. We thought she was going to be a leader for Spring Hill. They have so many veterans, along with Frakes and Frank there, and they've got a great team. So I think this is a matchup you're going to see down the road, maybe in that state tournament semifinals or even finals. Both these teams going to be Firepowers and 5A. Both bring a lot of talent on both sides, but it came down to ball control. And then that big block for St. James to seal the deal. But these teams are going to grow. They're going to continue to get better. And it was exciting to see 2 of the top teams in 5A play.
Absolutely. Jill Dorsey Hall, always great to see you, even through the plexiglass.
Right.
Big thank you to our Spectrum Sports crew as well, who were here early this morning to get things set up on short notice to bring you this volleyball action. St. James wins it in straight sets over Spring Hill. Our producer has been Joe Novacek. For Jill Dorsey Hall, I'm Lee Fleisig. A reminder, join us Friday night as Lee Summit West travels to Lee Summit for our Hy-Vee Game of the Week. That's Friday, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll see you next time as St. James wins it in straight sets. St. Thomas Aquinas, the 3-set winner in our earlier match. We'll see you next time here on Spectrum